Okay, should we start? Yes, number one news for today. Attack on one of us is an attack on both, says Saudi Arabia Pakistan pact. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have gone for a mutual defense agreement. Good news or bad news? Yes, bad news. Do we have relations with Saudi Arabia? What is that thing that is important for India with respect to Saudi Arabia? Oil? Yes, oil, natural gas you can say. Second is the investment. They have got a lot of money and we want their investment in India. These two things are there. Number one is this oil part or natural gas part that we might need from the countries of Gulf area. So why do you think like Saudi Arabia has any problem with India? Why did they go for this pact? They have problem with US? Huh? They don't have problem with US as such. Israel? To some extent they have problem with Iran. The real rivals are Iran versus this Saudi Arabia bloc. Saudi Arabia represents Sunni Islam. Iran represents Shia Islam. It's not about religion, it's about power. Who holds power? Saudi Arabia tries to dominate or showcase or portray itself as the leader of Muslim community. Iran also tries to do the same thing. Now the point is, the rivalry is there, and if you see in real terms, Iran is very powerful. Regionally, Iran can dominate, but USA supports Israel and Saudi Arabia or these other countries, Qatar and all those things. So Iran is not doing that well. Now recently one incident happened wherein Israel is attacking so many people, but Israel did not attack anyone who is an ally or friend of USA. They're attacking Israel, let's say Iran, but they'll not attack Saudi Arabia. They're not attacking any country who is also supporter of USA. So Qatar, Saudi Arabia, these are also allies of USA. But just recently what happened, Israel attacked Qatar. Okay, they wanted to attack these people of Hamas and all. They said that these people are there in Qatar. Qatar is giving them protection. So we attacked Qatar directly. Those places where these people are there. Now the moment this happened, Qatar contacted USA. What is this, sir? We are friends. How come they attack us? And should we build our own military? You said you will protect us from everything. Yes, USA provides protection to all of them. That you are protected till the time I am here. USA shows this thing that I am the most powerful even in the West Asia. Okay? But now when this incident happened, now Saudi Arabia is in little stress. This can happen with any one of us. We can't rely on USA that completely. And to bring some deterrence, fear in the minds of others, it could be Israel, it could be Iran. Nobody should attack us. See, three different players are there. Israel is different, Iran is different, Saudi is different. All three have problem with each other. Okay, right now we are saying Israel and this Saudi Arabia, they are in the US bloc. But now they are not completely trusting US whether USA can protect us completely. And Iran is trying to develop nuclear weapons. So there can be any threat from any side at any point of time. What they are trying to do is to ensure their security for some time. They have gone for this pact with Pakistan. Now tell me why Pakistan? Do they have any problem with India? Is Saudi Arabia having any problem with India? No problem, not much as such. Then why Pakistan? Pakistan has a problem, okay, but then why? Why Saudi Arabia is going for a pact with Pakistan? You know the reason, just you're not able to link it. Because Pakistan is a nuclear power. Okay, you see the Muslim world, there is only one country having nuclear weapons, that's Pakistan. No other country. Saudi Arabia has gone for a pact with Pakistan. The pact says any attack on Saudi Arabia is also an attack on Pakistan. Any attack on Pakistan is also an attack on Saudi Arabia. Similar pact India had did in the time of Indira Gandhi with USSR. Similar pact. Whenever you have threat of any war, you go for such pacts. India had gone for it, and then the war happened also. This Bangladesh war, Bangladesh Liberation War. So USSR came to help because On Pakistan side, USA came to fight with India. So USSR also came because we had such pact. Saudi Arabia is trying to take help of this Pakistan's nuclear umbrella. Because of this nuclear deterrence, at least other countries will not attack on Saudi Arabia. That is something which is clearly visible over here. Okay, so the crisis is because of this Qatar incident. Clear? And so many countries actually are in the Saudis bloc. It's like Saudi Arabia is the leader of all the Sunni bloc. Iran is the leader of all the Shia bloc. Okay, so nothing that great as such. Now it's not a good news for us as such, because Saudi Arabia, we are trying to have good partnership with them. We're planning something on long term, but this kind of partnership if they are having, that's a stressful thing for India, because when India Pakistan will fight, Saudi Arabia might enter. That challenge will remain for us, which is a problematic stuff for India. So right now government said nothing as such. They said we are still discussing, we are still studying the implications of this particular pact that has taken place. We'll study. Our focus will be on national security, regional security. They talked about something called comprehensive security. Now see, military wise, it is having bad impact for sure. Yes, but when we think about comprehensive security, we just don't think about military security. We go beyond military. Security is not just about military aspect only. It involves so many other aspects. For example, in India, let's say there is no political security or political stability. Suddenly government is falling. Nepal, right now in Nepal there is no political stability. Suddenly what is happening, nobody has no idea. Is that country secure? It is not secure. Or economic security. Let's say if I take this energy part of security, suddenly if petrol, crude oil, natural gas doesn't come to India, what will happen? That is also a very dangerous thing. It's not military thing, but suddenly if crude oil is not coming, no petrol means what? Suddenly whatever petrol we have, the prices will increase. The moment petrol price increases, the prices of every product will increase, because someone is bringing, let's say, mobile phones from Hyderabad, they are taking it to Mumbai to sell. Earlier it was taking 100 rupees to travel. Now it will take 500 rupees. That's why the prices of products will also increase. That's how there will be very high inflation. And when there won't be any energy supply, how will you operate? Vehicles or anything that is operating over here in the economy, how will economy operate if you don't have all these petroleum products as such? So energy security is also one part of our security plan. When government thinks about security, they consider all these dimensions, which includes military part, political security, economic security, societal. That in society, let's say there is no communal harmony. Hindu, Muslim are fighting in India. Every day some kind of fight is happening. No stability. Yes, is your country secure in that case? Not secure. So when you think about security, try to think in different dimensions like this. Okay, and government is saying right now we are trying to understand the impact of this pact between Saudi Arabia and Pakistan on all these different aspects. We will study all these different aspects and then we will come up with our own policy, what should be done and all. Make sense? Good? Bad? News is bad, whatever they are saying is okay. Next, India needs more focus to reach SDG 3. Someone tell me what is SDG first. What is that? Equitable distribution. Okay, to some extent. What else? Why we are talking about sustainable development now? Why do we need it? Very good. So is it happening right now already? Yes. So earlier we were doing development. Now we find that our development model is not good. It is problematic. Our development model goes for extracting as much resources as possible. We cut the forest, we take all the resources, continuously we go for these things, which destroys many a times many species, many things happen, this climate change which is happening, or many areas where we have seen that many species have got extinct because of human action of development. Now we say this development is not sustainable because this you will do for some time. One day you will cut all the forest. After that, it ends at one point, right? What will happen is the present generation will get benefit of it. What about next generation? They will not even have basic forest. They will not even get any resources. So we understood the development model that we are following, it is not sustainable. So came the concept of sustainable development. So we need sustainable development model in which this generation will also be happy and next generation will also be happy. Because of you, next generation should not suffer. Okay, do development but in this manner. This is the idea of sustainable development. Now initially this United Nations came up with some ideas. So they first talked about something called Millennial Development Goals. In 2000 they talked about it, that in 15 years we will try to make some changes, because to bring, see, development is going on, now you have to make it sustainable. So you have to change something. There is so much poverty in the world, so you have to deal with poverty. So much inequality, deal with inequality. So there are some goals which are set to ensure that this development becomes sustainable development. Okay, so initially with Millennial Development Goals in 2000 were set for next 15 years, that is till 2015. After that we came up with new goals called as Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. Okay, and this was for next 15 years. So till 2030 we have to achieve all those targets. That was the idea. So there are total actually 17 goals. If you see, these are the goals. Just give it a good reading. What all goals are there? Now this is something broadly written. In each goal, specific goals are also written, exact goals what we exactly have. That has been written specifically. Now see, if there will be so much poverty, if we go by a development model in which just some people extract all the benefit and rest all the remain poor, this is also not sustainable. They will die or their next generation can't survive. Okay, similar is the case of hunger or health part. You're doing your whatever pollution you have to carry out, you are running your industry, pollution is happening, because of which other generation will die. So all these are those goals considering how we can bring development in a model which is sustainable model. Okay, now we also check the performance of countries, how good they are doing, because we said you have all these goals, by 2030 you have to achieve all these goals. So countries started working on that. So which country is doing how? That's how we rank countries on these goals. So India was ranked 99th out of 167 countries as per this 2025 report. And as far as India is concerned, within India there are these states who are performing better: Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Himachal. Worst performing, Bihar, Jharkhand, Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, should just have basic idea who is doing what. Clear? Now the key challenges that we still have, because we are at 99, that means still we are facing some challenges, some things we are not yet able to do. One problem is about this maternal mortality ratio or maternal mortality rate. So women in their gestation period or pregnant women, when there is maternal mortality, that means they die in that process because of some reason. So that number is counted in terms of maternal mortality rate. So they are saying the target is we have to bring it below 70. Out of 1 lakh women, we have to ensure that the number goes below 70 for maternal mortality. Mortality means death. Right now it is 97. Earlier it was more than 100 also. We have reduced it, but it is still quite high. We have to bring it below 70. Then under 5 mortality rate. Now this is for children. Those children who are under the age of 5 who die. They are dying means there is some problem with our health infrastructure. We are not providing them enough nutrition or something is happening, because of which they are dying. Okay, so the number is right now 32 out of 1000. We have to reduce it to 25. Life expectancy in India, life expectancy right now is 70. If you go back in like 1920s, 30s, it was hardly 35, 40. People did not used to live even 70 years. And you go to Japan, more than 100. People are living for more than 100 years of age. In India, maximum 70. You will not live more than 70 years. That's a bad thing or good thing? You decide. Global average, if we take the global average, it's 73.6. So we are even below global average. So understand what kind of pathetic condition in which all Indians are living. Am I right? Our life expectancy is worse than the global average. Then out of pocket expenditure. Lastly, I think yesterday we discussed out of pocket expenditure. What is it? What? Is whatever amount of money you spend for your medical expenses from your own pocket. We said this has to be reduced. So 13%. We are double the world average. In world it is 7 to 6% around. And we have 13%. So here also not doing good. Immunization. So government goes for immunization program. There's one program called Indradhanush program which government runs. So they give you this polio vaccine they give you. Similar to polio, also they give so many other vaccines. This BCG vaccine, now this COVID also. So many vaccines they give to provide you some immunity towards these diseases. If you don't get this polio vaccine, you'll certainly develop polio. Okay? So that we are doing. Now it is done just for 93% of the population. So some people are still remaining. We have to make it 100%. Then non-communicable diseases which are becoming common right now, like diseases like diabetes. Yes, those diseases which do not spread from one person to other person, which are generated in yourself only. Okay, maybe because of lifestyle. You're getting like this obesity. That is because of your own lifestyle. Those are non-communicable diseases. And the mental health issue which has become a new problem in the present day, especially in the urban areas. So that is something which is a major problem that is coming up, which we are not even dealing. Right now nobody is dealing with this mental health and all that. That is still a utopian thing for us. Maybe after some years we'll talk about it. Okay, and there is this urban rural infrastructure problem, wherein urban area has got all the resources, all the infrastructure. Rural area, they still don't have basic stuffs. No basic education is available, no basic health infrastructure. So many villages, just go and visit, you'll not find a single doctor over there. If something happens to anyone, they have to travel for 2-3 hours, reach to some city, there they will get some access. Here, Hyderabad, just in 10-minute distance you will get everything. Yes, so there's so much difference between urban and rural part. That is where we need to work on. Okay, these are the challenges from which you can understand what policy decisions we have to take, what policy measures we have to take, or government has to focus on. These are the parts we have to focus on to ensure we reach to our goals by 2030. 2030 hardly 5 years, only 5 years remaining. Already 10 years you spent now. So 5 years what you will do, we don't know, we'll do something. So they're suggesting some things what you can do. For example, universal health coverage. Ayushman Bharat, we already brought few things we can do about it. Primary health care centers, if we can focus on. Instead of focusing on big hospitals, focus on primary health cares. Because maximum people go to primary health care center. So focus on that part. Digital health or telemedicine. This is specifically for rural urban part or remote areas where doctors are not able to go or they don't want to go. So go for some online telemedicine path, but for that there should be internet connection in rural area first. So first bring rural area with internet connection, all the basic infrastructure, then you can go for all these things. Then focus on school health education. Teach nutrition, hygiene, mental health in the schools. Those countries like Finland and Japan, they are already doing this thing. So we can do that part. And last is public awareness about all these problems. All this can be done as a solution. So this article specifically deals with all these things. Getting it? Yes? This is a good conclusion. Actually you can write in means final answer also. If you're writing like this, it is okay, means it's good. Okay, they say progress is encouraging, but targets are not yet on the track. So achieving SDG 3 is vital for all these three things. This is Modi ji's line. Vikasit Bharat by 2047, we complete 100 years and we want to become developed country by 2047 for sure. That's our target. To become developed, you have to have all these indicators as good. Okay, health, education, all these, inequality that has to be reduced, all this has to be on good numbers. Okay, clear? Next, should India overlook boundary issues while normalizing ties with China? Now the question is, there are some people who are saying that we should not talk to China till the time this boundary dispute is resolved. And some people say, don't do this, let this other part like trade or whatever we can do, let's do that parallelly. This boundary dispute we will see later on, or let's say that has to happen parallelly. Okay, these are two different perspectives that we have. These people are also discussing the same. This guy is saying something else, he is saying take the hard line. Don't talk to them, don't have any kind of engagement with them. Rather, go for partnership with countries like USA or Quad group who can fight with China or put pressure on China. Don't go for alignment with China. That's the hardline approach. This person called Vivek Karjo, he's a former diplomat, he is suggesting that particular path. If you see the history, in 1988, this Rajiv Gandhi visited China. He tried to sort out the issues, but nothing happened as such. Like border issues have never got resolved. 1993 to 2005, there were some peace agreements were made between India and China, and we said that according to those peace agreements, we said we will not fight on the border. At least not fight. Later on we'll sort out the issue. Right now, at least our military and your military will not fight at the border. That was said. But we saw this Galwan clash happening in 2020, in which all these agreements which we made till now became useless because the fight took place. Right? So after that, we have one problem, that is trust issue with China. Now we don't trust China, no matter what. So this is a core problem. So Mr. Karju is saying border issue is core issue. Till that time, no business as usual. And the other side is saying border issue should not overshadow entire relationship. So you keep on competing, you keep on having other business also. That's better or that's good for India. Okay, that is the basic idea they're talking about. One is hardline approach, one is little pragmatic engagement. Be little practical. They're saying that, see, China is anyway going to rise. India is also going to rise. We have to have good relationship. China will also look at India as a market, because India is a big market. They also must be having some interest in investing in India. We also can look at China through the economic perspective. Let the boundary dispute continue parallelly. That's what she is trying to say. Make sense? Yes, yes. We don't need to take side right now. We have to understand entire issue. In international relations, we will study this India, China, entire history, what has happened till now. All these different perspectives also, and then you will develop your own perspective. Government is also trying to develop perspective what to do. So it's not possible you to develop the understanding just at this stage. There this guy Jai Shankar is sitting, he is also confused now. Let him think what he wants to do. Okay, now last, this one is about US to revoke waiver on Chabahar port sanction. What is Chabahar port? Or have you ever heard about it? Or where is it located? India or Pakistan? Huh? Iran, very good. It's not in India or Pakistan, it's in Iran. You see, if you see India's geography rightly, this is the area wherein we share border with Pakistan. Okay. Do we share border with Afghanistan? Officially, yes. But in reality, this part is actually with Pakistan. Okay. We just have control till line of control, LOC. After that, whatever part is there, that is this POK, Pak Occupied Kashmir, that's with Pakistan. We don't have control over there. So in the map, we say it is our part. They also say it is our part. This keeps on happening. In reality, we actually don't have control over it. So the part which shares boundary with Afghanistan, that is not in our direct control. It is with Pakistan. Now if you want to go to Afghanistan, how will you go? How will you go to Afghanistan? Or let's say not Afghanistan, there is this Turkmenistan, or there are some other countries, these are Central Asian countries over here, then there is Russia over here. You want to go to these countries, each of these countries, you want to sell something, or let's say you want to buy something from them by this route. How will you go? Tell me. From Iran? One way is through Pakistan, but you do whatever Pakistan will never let you do, never let you go from that area, right? So we said we will go for Iran. So in Iran, here we are trying to develop this port, Chabahar port. Now there's one more reason behind this, because we have China over here. China is developing one project under their major project called BRI, Belt and Road Initiative, is their big project. As a part of this project, one part of that project is called as CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. China is building project in different countries, connecting China with all the other countries. In that one way is Pakistan, I am saying. Now under this project, they are developing one port over here called Gwadar port in Pakistan. And exactly near to this Gwadar is this Chabahar port, which India is developing. Okay, it is about India-China competition also, how to connect with different parts of the world. Okay, now this Chabahar port becomes important because here we can directly reach here. From Iran we can reach to Afghanistan, then we can reach to Turkmenistan, any other Central Asian country, then we can reach to Russia also, or maybe we can go to Europe area also. All these parts are possible. If we are connected, then there can be trade, we can buy this natural gas or whatever we need, we can make a pipeline also, we can sell our products to them, there will be connections, right? Clear or not clear? So do we have a good plan? We have a good plan, but people don't like good plans. So Mr. Trump doesn't like good plans. Trump has problem with Iran. Yes, we already know Trump has problem with Iran. So they're putting lot of pressure on Iran. Now, as far as Russia is concerned, to put pressure on Russia, what they did? They put sanction on India. They put tariffs on India. Why? So that there will be pressure on Russia. Similar things they keep on doing with Iran also. So few years back, when last time Trump was there, that time Trump said, nobody will buy anything from Iran. Whoever buys, we will put sanction. Last time I'm saying, this time he got elected. Before that, in I think 2016 or something, that time he said, I don't like whatever Iran is doing, so nobody will buy anything from Iran. So India, they clearly told, don't buy oil from Iran. Clearly. And what India did? India stopped buying. Okay, India stopped buying. This is for the first time it's happening that in case of Russia, we said no, we'll not listen to you. Because India-Russia relationship is different. India-Iran relationship is not that important. So we said, okay, Trump is more important. At that time we found Trump is more important than Iran. We stopped to some extent. But we said that we have other programs running, like this Chabahar port, which we are developing. And for us it is important. So somehow Modi ji convinced Trump that don't put sanction on this part at least. So USA provided some kind of waiver in 2018 for this project. Otherwise they were putting sanction on anyone who is having any kind of relationship with Iran. Okay, but just for this particular project they gave the waiver. That means they will not sanction you for running this Chabahar port or developing it. Okay, they gave that at that time. Now USA is saying, now we are planning to remove this waiver and sanction people, whoever is involved in this activity. Clearly shows targeting India again, right? So what should India do? So Modi ji will decide what India should do. Okay, because USA is important, Iran is also important. If we don't develop this, we will never develop relationship with this part. USA will never want India to develop good relations with these countries. Then US's relevance will not be there, na? If you become connected with these regions, you will do trade with these people and you will be very happy, you will be very rich. How can you become rich? USA wants you should always remain under us. So they don't want you to get integrated with these regions. They want complete divisions. And core problem right now is Iran. Iran will become powerful. The moment Iran becomes powerful, then Saudi Arabia will be concerned. Then Saudi Arabia will not listen to us. Am I right? They want to maintain their hegemony everywhere. So that's why they are doing all these tactics. Make sense? So that doesn't mean Iran should directly, means Iran and India should break their relationship as such. Something we have to find out as a solution, that we'll see what exactly happens. After some time we'll come to know, some analysis, we'll see. Okay, and this project which was supposed to be there, connecting Iran to Afghanistan, Afghanistan to these countries, that project name is INSTC. And we are talking about this project since a long time, because we are not able to build that project. Okay, clear? So that's it. Thank you so much.